Hello, my friends. Welcome to Rockets and Robots, the Frisky Whiskers. This is part 2 of our second episode, introducing the R&R Universe to you and our world-building process. Rockets and Robots, the tabletop role-playing game, has been inspired by 5e gaming mechanics, yet we updated gameplay to be quicker and more immersive. R&R is a fast-paced, big-stakes game with adventures among other species and stars. Together, we are creating a storytelling collective, inviting all of us to creatively problem-solve and communicate before choosing violence by default. Through roleplay and engaging storytelling, Rockets and Robots is gently shaping our world's culture to ultimately seek peace and tolerance among our differences. Our podcast here is recorded live, unscripted, and uncensored. A little heads up for you folks, while we did create Rockets and Robots to guide the world in becoming a better place for our children, Rockets and Robots, the tabletop role-playing game, and our podcast here is not made for children. Those of you who are curious about the R&R universe will love listening to our story as we aim to give you guys a sneak peek inside the various worlds, populations, and the cultures of those who are present. Check out our website, rocketsandrobotsrpg.com, to read about our lore and the various species and classes we have available to play. Here, in part 2 of episode 2, we will continue describing the environment of where our explorers have found themselves, including an area of the limit known as the Bedrock. First, we have a quick review with our head writer, Isaac.
You guys return to your establishment here in the fringes on the limit. Rolo and Captain Cracks want to head to Papa's Bits and Bolts to buy some parts, or actually to buy a cleaning droid. We'll find out when we get there. Royson and Maru are still there enjoying some bacon and eggs. Captain Cracks prepared for the group. You guys all just received a message as you woke up from Krosta saying that he wanted to talk to you guys this morning when you guys got to the club about some important business. But Captain Cracks, Rolo leads you to Papa's Bits and Bolts. It's not the closest place from where you guys are, but it doesn't take you too long to get there. You guys go to the main lifts of the limit. There's different sections of the limit where there is a group of lift pods that will take you to lower or upper levels of this space station. You can either call a personal pod to bring you where you need, or you can call a group pod that can hold up to 8 individuals that will bring you to where you need, the level you need to go. You guys call yourself a pod for you, and you head up to the more commercial levels of the WEN on the limit, and take a tram to Papa's to the area where Papa's Bits and Bolts is located, more near the docking. The large shuttle bay of the limit is located. Papa's Bits and Bolts is not far from the major commercial district that's close to the docking bay of this establishment. When you get to Papa's Bits and Bolts, it is a large store. Unlike the places that you were at the previous day, there's not a lot of display terminals the hardly anything that you can just view. What you see is just a lot of different robotic parts, pieces of droids, pieces of droids, electronic gears, even older types of mechanisms that you're unfamiliar with. And sitting in this wonderful mess of droid parts is a humanoid droid that you've never, Captain Cracks, you've never seen anything like this before. It is the most advanced looking humanoid droid you've ever seen, but at the same time, it's also the oldest looking droid you've ever seen. You can see working gyros and mechanisms and sprockets throughout his chest and abdomen. You can see things spinning inside his head, unlike any other droid you've encountered here on the Limit or any other planet or space station that you've been on.
As soon as Rollo enters the building, his eyes sparkle like a kid in a candy store. It looks like he's about to come into tears. This is my favorite place. I absolutely love this place. Oh, look at this! They have the new latest model of this.
Okay.
Oh my god, they have a. Oh my god. Let me go talk to Pops.
Oh, we gotta stay on task, man.
Yeah,
You
we're
can do
on
it.
that.
I have faith
We're
in
here,
you.
aren't we?
Did you want to say something, Captain Cracks? You want to?
I was telling him to focus.
Oh, okay.
So
you guys.
yeah, we need to find our serving bot.
All right.
Welcome to Papa's Bits and Bolts. Here I am, Papa. This is my establishment. Please, what can I help you with?
Hey, Pops, that's me, Rollo. Hey, I'm here for one of the new cleaning models, one of those Oombas.
One of those French
Oombas.
versions.
I think I have an Oomba version 2.5. I can bring it right up for you.
You don't
And
have the 3.0 model? I heard the 3.0 models are really good. You don't have one of those?
That hasn't been released yet. It is still in the testing phases from the great Oomba Corporation.
I
that's
see.
one that works by highs. We gotta wait for that one.
Can I pre-order one of those?
Yeah, it'll be 1,000 units.
Oh, maybe I'll come back. How much for just the 2.5?
The 2.5, it's on bargain sale. 100.
Well, luckily I bought my financial person right here. He'll be paying for that. And I point to
100.
Crack.
Yes.
Any upgrades or anything that can be done to it?
I believe you can upgrade the BioWare and the main operating system to more efficient standards, but the physical device itself, it's standard.
Okay. Now, before we get too deep into this thing cooks and cleans and takes care of the domestic chores around a domicile, right?
I believe it is programmed to do all those things, yes.
All
Yes,
right.
yes.
Well, I'll drop 100 credits on it.
I have it shipped and packed up, ready for your place. Can I please have the address?
I shoot him the. Sorry, I lost my pencil here. I shoot him the address.
Perfect.
Where the hell did?
I'm gonna go look around here for a minute. I need to see about picking up some stuff here.
Is
Rollo's.
there-
Oh god.
Keep going.
Rollo's gonna look around, and he's gonna look around for like different parts of machines in Cyborg. Sorry, I'm fumbling my words. Different parts of like machines. He's working on trying to collect some stuff to build himself a little machine.
Yeah.
Too. So I'm gonna see what I can get and the price on it.
Perfect.
While we're doing that, I'm gonna chat Rollo up about the other night when you tweaked up my armor. What do we need, or what can we do to upgrade some of my equipment? You know, I got a pulse play and a pistol and a rifle, and you work with my armor pretty good.
Yeah, so you only get one, sorry. That's all I can do.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
Oh,
good, bro.
Maybe later though. I'll think
the materials that you need, you probably can't purchase all of them at once now. But you can definitely purchase a couple servos, some droid gears or treads, or however you want it to be mobile. Like if you want it to hover, you can probably find the pieces to make the hover pads, or if you want it to have treads or something, you could probably find the engines or the gears to do its.
It's definitely.
How it moves.
Yep, it's definitely gonna be little treads. It's
Cool.
gonna be the way. So yep.
You can find all of that, and it's going to cost you about 120 units.
Okay, and then another question: how much did the food and drinks cost me at the bar last night?
Oh, for you, 10 units. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey,
for everybody else, it was 4 units.
All right, Pops. I'm gonna go and toss all this stuff on the counter. And hey, Pops, how much for all this?
Yes.
I'm gonna buy all this right here.
This is all 120 units. I have to ask. This isn't gonna make anything. All this. What do you have in mind?
Future goals, right? Gotta buy in bits and pieces. Gotta make sure I have enough money for food.
Very smart. Very smart. Well, I'm Papa. Happy to be of service. If you need anything in the future, please come back to Papa's Bits and Bolts. I'll be happy to help.
Well, I appreciate it. You're a great fellow. Thanks.
Rolo, I hope to do business with you again.
Oh, you'll be seeing me again. I promise you that.
Captain Cracks, enjoy the rest of your day. Please.
Thank you.
See you in the future. And as you guys interact with this guy, his voice seems to change in accents as he talks. Harder for me as the actual GM to do something like that. But I want you to be aware that this droid does not talk in the same type of dialect, same type of tones. It almost changes with every word as he talks. It is not difficult to understand. He does the inflections and the tones all work together, but it's very difficult to establish where he would have been from.
I actually got that. You did a good job relaying that. Because I was like, what's going on here?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is Papa.
So as Rolo and I are walking off, I kind of nudge him and be like, hey, I'll give you 20 credits. You help me set this thing up to terrorize Roizen a little bit. Nothing, physically harmful or anything, but maybe slightly maddening.
Hey, I'm fine with that. That's like two trips to that bar. They had some pretty good food.
All right, I shoot you 20 credits then. You're going to be my little Hackney Oomba buddy.
All right, I'm gladly accept the 20 units. Thanks. I'll help.
It doesn't take you long to get back to your place, the food establishment. Something about that FOOD. And Roizen and Maru are there waiting for you guys to get back. The food is gone. Nothing left.
I'm not doing the dishes. I already ate. You didn't see it. I was picking bacon off the plate when I was making it.
You found an Oomba. I've only heard rumors of those things. Hey, How much was that? I will go halvesies with
No,
you, or
I
a
got
quarter. A quarter. I got a quarter. How much was it?
No, I got it. Don't worry about it. I was the one that was really
Come
wanting
on, tell me.
No,
I stepped
I
closer.
can't.
It was only 100, but if he
Only
doesn't want,
100? Okay,
yeah, I'll take his share. It's okay.
No.
You can give it to me.
Well, this 25 U's are going somewhere, Captain Cracks. Is it yours?
So let's figure out something to do with cast off things like that if you want to contribute. That thing's probably going to need repairs or upgrades at some point.
Yeah,
the
3.0 model. The 3.0 model's coming out. We can 1,000 units. It's a great deal. We can't. Oh, I can't wait.
You guys are talking about your Oomba, and the console for your residence gets a message.
Hey, I go over to see what's going on.
It is a message from Krosta. Actually, it's a message from Ven saying Krosta's been waiting for you guys to come to the Frisky Whiskers. He is waiting to talk to you about important information.
Oh, crap. Oh, Cracks.
We'll be right in.
You made us late. Let's go.
He didn't give us a time. He said as soon as we got to the club. We haven't got to the club yet.
Okay, I send over 25 U's over to Captain Cracks to go for my part of this awesome technology that will do the dishes that I just did all the other times. And get ready to head out the door. Who's with me? Let's go.
All right. Hey, where's Maru at? He better hurry up.
Maru is literally sitting at the kitchen table with his rifle across his back, waiting for you.
I've been waiting for you. So let's go.
But what are we going to name this?
I get to name it. I want to see it first.
The cleaning droid?
Yeah.
The cleaning droid is a hovering torso, no legs. It has two arms, almost a head, but it doesn't have a neck or anything that it can do this. It can just turn left and right. Pretty
How
much
does it look up and down?
It doesn't. It hovers up and down. It tilts its hovering. It's very 2.5. It's not 3.0. Remember. Pretty much like the Jetsons made.
Okay.
She doesn't talk though.
She doesn't talk?
No.
Oh.
I mean, we still got to give it a name though.
Remember, 2.5, not 3.0. That's future.
Come on, guys. Let's talk on the way.
I think we should call it Fuse. I think Fuse is a good name for it.
So you guys get yourself a pod and go up to the den, or to the wen of the limit, and head back to the Frisky Whiskers. You get there, and Ven is waiting there at the bar. He says Krosta's waiting up in his office. You can go up at any time. And Krosta's there waiting. Almost, you can see he looks like he's been pacing for a number of minutes, tapping his feet, waiting for you guys to get there. And as you guys enter, he's like, "Finally, you're here. Everybody, sit down. It's a sensitive matter has come up, and I thought I had more time, but the situation has changed. I need you guys to go down to the Bedrock, to these coordinates," and he flicks them to you, "and bring back something."
You gonna tell us what that something is?
It's 2 new dancers have asked to join the troupe. I need you to go collect them and bring them back.
All right, let's go, darling.
Sounds good, boss. Let's do it.
Yes. By the way, boss, I'm going to take you up on your offer. I would also like to join the troupe.
That's great. I will have a meeting with you and Moonfire when you get back, I just
Yes,
need you
sir.
to pick up these 2 new dancers down in the Bedrock and bring them back safe and sound.
Yes, sir. He checks his coordinates and nods.
Oh, their names. Scarlet Whiskers and Sparkle Longtail.
Ooh, I like Longtail.
Yeah.
Is everything okay down there?
Yeah, everything should be fine. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, you just looked a little concerned when we walked in.
It's time's pressing. They need you. They just are anxious and excited to come join us, and I'm excited for them to come join us. That's all this is.
What was Longtail's
They need
first
an
name again?
escort?
Yeah, they need an escort.
What was Longtail's first name again?
Sparkles.
Longtail and Sparkles. Got it. Not a
Maru's
problem.
gonna go hail the pods.
It's Scarlet Whiskers and Sparkle Longtail.
Got it. Sparkle and Longtail.
Then meet you guys when you come down from Krosa's office as you guys leave. Ven tells you, okay, getting to the Bedrock is not difficult, but is usually not recommended. He tells you that you can get there taking the main lifts, taking a pod straight to the lowest level it will go. He says, depending on which gang is in control at the moment, determines what kind of toll you'll need to pay in order to enter the Bedrock. So, youths will only work on the Rat Posse, the group of Trickin led by Mama Rat. They will take a standard fee of 10 units apiece, depending on the size of your group, and they will let you enter the Bedrock. Nothing else. But if the Doombringers are in charge, they'll probably only let you in if you beat them in a fight. They'll let you talk. They'll let you make the rules of the fight. You just need to be the strongest and overcome any of these Doombringers that are taking tolls for the time. Now, if the Wild Ones are in charge of the Bedrock at the moment, believe me, this is confusing to even me, a droid. The Wild Ones are a gang of cannibals. So usually a fresh piece of meat will get you through. So, but if it's the voiceless ones, we may have to resort to Plan B. They're a group of individuals who believe that it is not the peoples in charge are not the ones that should be leading, and not everything is equal to them. And anyone who looks like they're from here, up here in the Wen, or worse, from outside the limit, they usually don't let them in, and usually take anybody that attempts to enter the Bedrock and tortures them, and are usually then used to appease the Wild Ones in the end. So, we don't want to mess with them. If it's Plan B, that means we need to find the air shafts that feed and recycle the air from the Bedrock and use those to enter in unawares of any of the voiceless ones. I think you guys can figure that out.
Yeah, so if it's the cannibals, I mean, what are we thinking? Maru to sacrifice them? Because it's not me. I'm not very fresh.
I mean, we could always find a beggar. People usually don't miss them.
I'm not recommending you find that type of meat.
Maybe there's things we can hunt on the way.
I don't know about that. There are not a lot of wild zones here on the limit. There are establishments that let you have some fun wild hunts and that kind of stuff. But
Well, let's just hope that it isn't that.
I'm
I
talking
like
about
Maru.
finding an exotic butcher or some weird trash that might pass as a piece of meat. But I'm not talking about sacrificing a soul. I don't think Grosta would appreciate something like that.
Yeah, I was
If you're gonna do something like that, plan it outside the Whiskers. But anyway, if you do have to use the air shafts, be prepared to navigate carefully. It has been proven to be difficult getting through them. Even the best trackers have been known to go in circles through the air shafts of the limit and have gotten lost and never heard from before. There's also rumors of weird things in those air shafts, so be prepared if you do have to take them. Hard to describe what those things are. Never seen or heard them. Just rumors that I've heard and read about on the web. But yeah, if there's anything else I can help you with, I'll be here at the bar. You can just link with your comms, and I can answer any questions. I'll be at the ready.
Well, darlings, let's go roll the dice and see what we end up with.
Yeah, we should probably get this done. Dinner's gonna be soon, so I want to wrap this up before then.
Just had breakfast.
What about second breakfast?
Well, thanks, Ven. And he turns and glares at Rolo for the insinuation of sacrificing him to cannibals.
At least I offered a beggar.
So you guys leave the Frisky Whiskers, and you guys head towards the pods. Is there anything you want to do before going down?
No, I got a mission. I'm pretty dedicated to it already.
I think I'm okay. I'm ready to see this through. Like I said, dinner's coming fast.
Hey, Rolo, as we're walking, you were talking about building droids and whatnot. You think you could build one that can map out the air shafts? Just kind of like passively happening in the background, in case we need to make use of them later?
I'm sure we could, but I would need some more units. They're kind of expensive, to be honest.
Let's figure out where we're at after this mission. But we could probably make use out of a map of that somewhere, someday, even if we sell it.
Well, I do know a little bit of the shaft around here, but not in that area, unfortunately. Don't really go there very often. There are the rumors that they call them around here. They're called knockers. We don't know what they are, but we hear knocking in the vents throughout all times of the evening here.
Probably put a camera on it and then make sure it's backing up to an off-site storage device, and we can review the footage if we ever encounter one then.
Yeah, nobody knows what they are. We just call them knockers because, makes sense.
Ooh, I want to meet them now. That sounds fun. Wonder if we can hide the airship outside Roy's room and start knocking on our wall.
So you guys reach the pods. And order one to bring you down to the lowest of the lows. It takes a bit, about double the amount of time it takes to get to the level that your house, your apartment is in on the fringes, and even farther from there. And it's starting to almost to bore you, Rolo, to sit in this pod for so long. You almost hear your stomach rumble, and as you go to think about more food, the pod comes to a rest, and the doors open.
Thank all that's holy, because I don't know that I could have took much more of that. That was pretty brutal. It was a long trip. I'm hungry. Are you guys hungry?
I mean,
When you get to the
I could
bottom,
always eat.
Should we go
when
back
you get
up?
when you get to the
No.
bottom, what you see as the doors open and you exit the pod, it's much darker down here. The lights that would be illuminating this area have either been shut off, destroyed. It's unsure how or what is going on. And it's not a large room per se, maybe the size of a basketball gymnasium as the pod comes down. But there are many different exits that are shaded and shadowed around the perimeter. There's no one that you can see in this room, though. All that is in this room is a silver bowl sitting in the middle. Very plain looking.
That's obviously a trap. Anyway, how do we get to our coordinates? There's got to be a path around here somewhere to take.
Yeah, Maru would like to kind of like investigate, kind of like take a chance, look around.
You guys can roll a perception check.
13.
19.
13.
Maru, Rolo, Captain Cracks.
I'm sorry, 6.
Captain Cracks, Maru, Rolo. Not much can be discerned from this room. It's very plain. It is not in the bestest conditions. The walls are cracked in certain areas. You can see that it is made of a stone-like material. Not what you're used to in the Wen, where everything is made of metals and alloys and plastics that are very durable. But here, the bedrock seems to be made of stone, which is you don't see that very much up top, and it is cracked in many places and coming down and falling apart and crumbling in places. But you guys, the different entrances, as you get closer, you see that the entrances are closed. There are big, heavy doors that seem to shut all the entrances. The bowl isn't empty. You go and you look at it, and there is a small pool of a darkish liquid in it.
Oh no, this is where we gotta sacrifice Maru.
Hey, Rollo, they served some nutrient fluid here. You should drink some.
I'm gonna go look at it, and I'm gonna kind of sniff it at first, and then if I think it's okay, I'm gonna stick my finger in it.
Roll a perception check before you go and stick your finger in it.
That would be a 20.
A 20. It definitely smells of iron. It definitely has a reddish tone to it, but it is very dark. And as you look at it more, it is not the clearest of liquids at all, and it is not smooth either. It looks clumped and almost dried up in places.
I'm pretty sure this is blood. I'm gonna turn to Maru.
Rolo, we went over this. We're not sacrificing me.
I didn't say it. I just let you know this is blood, and we already talked about it beforehand, and we all agreed that you would be the one. So
Did we agree? Did we agree?
I said beggar. Nobody
Well-
misses beggars. We could have pulled one off the street. There'd been one less beggar to worry about.
Let's-
Is anybody
To
around us?
honest, there's no one but you in this room. And to be honest, Captain Cracks, in the small amount of time you've been on the limit, you haven't seen one beggar.
Oh,
There has
great.
never-
Nobody else.
there-
I'm not the first one with the idea. That's what it is.
There's not one person that you saw that was busking or that was asking for scraps or handouts. There are people performing for money. There are people busking. There are people doing dances and arts, but there are no beggars. No one that looks.
Children?
There are children running around. Yeah,
Sick
Um,
children.
no sick children that you've seen either. No, that's the one thing about the limit. They say that no one goes without. That everybody has a place, everybody has food, everybody has a home.
Did anyone
whether
pack up
it's-
any of the bacon from this morning?
No, Rosen and Maru had finished it up.
yeah, there was
Well-
no bacon left.
Rolo, you didn't put any travel rations in bacon and eggs?
I mean, they're in my stomach, so they're traveling.
Oh man.
I have a 6-inch iced teaspoon. Well, can we get
All
some
right.
bacon into this bowl?
That's
Well,
up to you. You can try.
I guess since Maru doesn't want to do it, I'm gonna Rolo's gonna go up to the bowl, and he's going to use one of his sharp pieces of metal that he has with him from the little droids that he makes. I'm gonna cut my hand just a little bit and drip it into the little bowl.
You hear a whisper, Rolo,
Oh.
from behind you. More.
All right, Maru. I definitely need some of your blood this time. If you could come over here,
What's going on?
we got to put blood in this. I tried telling you this.
Fine.
Be sacrifice with me.
Fine. He takes the piece of metal from Rolo, puts it in the palm of his hand, grips it, and gives a little tug, and
I'm
yeah,
going to use one of my
just-
claws and join in and mar one of my perfect little toe beans.
Rolo only
Behind
puts like the smallest
Rolo.
amount of blood.
The same type of voice, robotic almost in nature, whispers behind you. More.
Good lord, how much more? You're gonna bleed Maru dry. Hey Maru, we need more.
Okay, maybe I'll do the same. I take my dagger and do a little cut and add my blood as well.
After Royson also adds a drop of blood to this bowl, all of the doors suddenly slam open, swinging inwards towards you. It's a large, loud crash, almost makes you jump. And as it does, it echoes down those halls.
Cool.
Well, I guess you got off easy on this one, Maru. Just a little bit of blood this time. You feeling all right? You want an apple? Because I don't have any, but we can get you one when we get back.
Maru grabs his rifle off of his back. Yeah, I'll take an apple, and just starts walking towards the coordinates.
Sure. It's As you guys enter into one of those entrances, it doesn't take long to start to see people. These people, these individuals that you start to pass, some of them look at you, some of them keep to themselves, but yeah, they all have seen better days. They don't seem like they're going without or hungry, but they just seem down on their luck. Some of them look like they might be addicted to things. Some of them might be fighting for their lives in needing goods. But they all look well fed. They all look hydrated. So no one's going hungry. You do know that there are places where people can go for food, for very little. And it's not the tastiest or the nicest looking food, but it does provide the proper nutrition that any soul would need. So, but people all look down on their luck, waiting for their next break, or just down here hiding for some reason that is only known to them. Again, it's rocky structures, very plain, very nothing fancy about this place. The ceilings are only about 10 feet high. It's not stone, but it's like a concrete, permacrete type of material that seems to be strong and durable. The most damage you've seen was in that first room, where the cracks and crumbling were the most severe. And as you walk through this hallway, it has many different rooms branching off of it, different alleyways. It's if you didn't have these coordinates to where you're going, you almost feel like you could get lost down here, with how simple and how everything looks the same. It's quiet down here too. Not a lot of people are being loud or talking amongst themselves. If you pass people, they're talking in whispered voices or even stop talking as you pass them.
I want to look behind us, make sure, see if anybody's following us.
Roll a perception check.
14.
14. As you glance backwards, checking your rear, no one stands out that seems to be following you. As you walk past certain individuals, they do give you an extra glance, as you seem to be a new face down here than they may not have seen before. No one gives you a trusted look as you pass, and they all seem to want to know why or where you've been. And as you do pass, no one is following you. There are certain individuals that stand out to you. Every time you come to an intersection, you notice that they're the same type of person, and it's hard to tell who or what they are because of what they're dressed in. It is a simple black or gray robe, a very large overhung hood on all of these individuals, so it's impossible to see what species or who they are. There are different you know that they're different races, being as some of these cloaked individuals are smaller in nature, being so they have to be either Tricken or Chokar. But they're all also members that stand tall and large, to indicate that this group is mixed in species and individuals.
So I whisper to everyone, great guys, you think those are the voiceless ones? That was the ones we didn't want.
They're around, it looks, whoever these guys are.
Well, we made it in. Let's just go pick up Whiskers and Longtail and let's get out of here.
Yeah, this place isn't my favorite. If we could just kind of get out of here as quick as we could, that'd be great.
You guys, following your terminals, you seem to be getting closer to these coordinates that you have, and as you approach, the amount of people you pass, it starts to get less and less, and you get to the coordinates, and you come to a simple metal door, closed. No one standing outside.
Did the old cat give us any special knock or anything?
No, nothing. No secret knock or secret code that you were given. No.
Well, I guess there's only one way to do this. Go
I walk
pound
up and knock on the door.
Me too.
You go knock on the door, and you knock. Softly echoes up and down the hallway you're in, and it takes a moment before anything answers the door. You can hear a couple noises through it, like people are shuffling, something moving, and then Soft's voice from the other side sounds, "Who is it? What do you want?"
It's Captain Cracks. I'm looking for Scarlet Whiskers and Sparkle Longtail.
Who sent you?
The old cat.
As you say that, the door slowly swings open, and standing there are two Chokar, female. One is a more fluffy looking Chokar. She's got brown and black fur, and the other one is mostly white, but with a reddish patch on her chest that you see, and it is in the shape of a cherry.
Which one's the non-fluffy one?
The non-fluffy one introduces herself. I am Scarlet Whiskers. This is my partner Sparkle Longtail, and she points to the fluffier of the two.
Pleasure to meet you. I am Captain Cracks. This is the rest of our group. We were hired by the old cap to come get you. And speaking of coming and getting you, come with us if you want out of here.
Yes, we were told by the old cat that someone would come and take us and bring us to his establishment so that we can be safe.
All right. I'm going to walk out in front and I think we should keep these guys in the middle of us, and I plan to take point.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, let's have you guys give me a marching order.
Maru will pull up the rear.
So, we got Captain Cracks in front, and we said Maru's taking the rear. And you want Scarlet?
I'll follow Cracks and the two.
Awesome.
You said you escorted.
You want Scarlet and Sparkles in the middle, so
yeah.
You want to follow them, and then Rolo behind Cracks.
No, I'll go behind Cracks.
I'll be kind of like right around where Maru is, kind of by this, walking side by side.
Perfect.
So Cracks and Roy's and girls, Rolo and Maru.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So, Captain Cracks, do you just walk right out of the door and lead on?
No, I'm checking my ambush points and seeing if I notice anything out of the ordinary, making sure there's nothing gleaming around a corner I can avoid.
Perfect. Roll a perception check.
Please don't make me say I check for traps every 5 feet.
No, I'm not going to.
18 total.
18 total. As you lead the way, you start to realize that there are less and less people on the way back than there were on the way down.
As we continue to walk, I'm gonna mess with my armor, and I'm gonna use tech armor on myself.
Everybody be ready. This is feeling worse and worse.
And actually, you go and look at your hand terminal to use it to guide you back to the lift pods, and you seem to the signal that would guide you to those pods seems to be scrambled or receiving feedback in a way where it is spotty, and you are unsure where you're going at the moment. So I'd like you to roll a survival check.
Is that all of us or just Rolo?
No, just Captain Cracks, who's leading you.
Cracks.
13 total.
13. Okay, so the little of what you remember about the way you came is coming back to you, but you're being slow about it to make sure and double check the way you came, and you're not confident in the direction you're going, but you continue on.
Hey Rolo, do you have any way to boost your signal strength on your what do we call these things? The hand link?
Hand terminals.
The hand terminal.
Or if you got it installed a wrist rig.
Yeah, I can try. Let me see yours. I'll do it to yours. I like mine the way it is. I don't want to mess with it.
See if you can boost the signal to get rid of this jamming signal.
Roll a computer use check.
I'm gonna actually use hack, and I'm gonna try.
Cool.
And that's what, plus 10, I think.
Yep.
18. 23.
23. You tinker with his hand terminal. Can't boost the signal to get you to the lift pods, but you do pull up a schematic of the level you're on, and you can see that the lift pods are in a direction that you're sort of going, but it seems that you're headed towards the vents that would have been your plan B if you had taken it that way.
Well, this is as good as I can do, Crack, so yeah, good luck.
All right, decision time. Do we go for the vents or do we go for the pods? They're probably not expecting the vents. They might be waiting in ambush in the pods. But I have a feeling we're not getting out here without fighting.
I'm okay with sneaking out if you think that's safer. Do you
I
think you
have to
guys
deal with
can
the
sneak
knockers.
out? The air vents. I look towards the two. You think you guys can make it up the air vents?
Oh, I can definitely make it. I can squeeze through places you wouldn't believe.
The dancers look at you, Rosen,
dancers.
and they're like, "Well, if I think we could probably manage. If you help us, we'll definitely be fine.
Don't worry, darling.
we-
We'll help you through there.
We specialize in acrobatics, so we should be able to bounce our way up and down any vents that we establish or come across. And just lead the way.
Maru.
Make sure we're safe.
Well, I guess it's sneaky deaky like.
All right, we're going to the vents.
Cool. Roll a stealth check as a group. I'll
Just
roll
me
for
doing the one?
answers. No, everybody.
All right.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Rollo rolled the 6.
I got a 21 total.
16.
Nice. Not a bad average as a group. The two dancers, nervous as they are, making a little more noise than you guys would like them to be. But as a group, you are pretty confident that you're keeping your voices and your sound and your noises to a minimum. And Captain Cracks, with this map that Rolla was able to pull up, doesn't take you long to get to the air vents.
How big are these vents?
So you'll actually find it leads you down the dead end of the Bedrock hallways. And as you get to the end, the vent is just the size of the hall. It is a large barred vent that you can just feel fresh air being forced down into here. And then you look on your console, you can see that a hall over is another type of vent as well, leading in the same direction as the one you're facing.
Well, no time like the present. I start heading in to navigate the vents.
It's barred.
Oh, dirt, that's right. How hot's a pulse blade get?
So a pulse blade isn't like a hot heated type of thing. The what it is that it is the blade itself is electrified in a way that it makes the blade pulse and vibrate when it's activated, providing more friction and less resistance as it cuts through items.
You guys think we could do you think we could modify a flash grenade to melt through bar?
Well, you can inspect this area to see if there's a better way than maybe blowing yourself through.
Yeah, Rollo's gonna look around after listening to Crack's ideas. He decides
It's
he's
not
gonna take
stars
matters
and
in his
glamour,
own
though.
hands.
Let's have you roll an investigation check, anybody that wants to.
You guys are no fun.
I rolled a dirty 20.
I also rolled a dirty 20.
I rolled a
Awesome.
17.
Excuse me. You
14.
inspect this area, and what you can see is that the vent, though it is barred, there is a almost invisible service hatch in the right lower corner of the wall. It fits Maru and Captain Cracks and Rollo quite nicely. Roizen, you'll have to squeeze through, but you all should be able to fit through this. It's magnetically locked at the moment and might require some finesse to open.
Let's try to get this hatch open. What do you want to roll for that?
A computer use or repair check?
I'm going to go ahead and use computer use. And
You better get this.
18 flat.
18 is enough. You are able to use your hand terminal, and you see a signal, a very faint signal coming from this opening, this magnetic lock, and you're able to use a couple codes that you've had saved away, and easily able to reroute and open the mechanism with those codes. And the door softly pops open, and you're able to see that it is loose now.
All right, so I pry it open. Everybody get in. Let's try to be quick. Ladies first, because Roizen's going to need some trouble squeezing in, and everyone else will just drop in easier after her. But let's get the hard one out of the way first.
I'll go.
Wow, I
Roizen,
think he just called you fat, Roizen. Are you going to take that? That's rude.
I'm not offended. I'm actually larger than all of you guys, and it's
It doesn't-
fine.
It's
That's a
just-
strength.
It's not hard for you to squeeze through. It's actually harder for Rolo to squeeze through than you, Roizen.
Oh, I push him.
And Rolo catches the sides of the door as he
You
waddles
just see
through.
me outside the
Yeah,
thing,
I
jumping
got
on him, trying to shove him in.
Just push me. Just push me.
And as you guys enter this air hatch, you thought that the bedrock was dark. This is even darker. You get farther. You get
Wait a minute.
not very far
no.
from the air vent, and it is hard to even see in front of you.
After we get in, I am going to close that hatch behind us.
Mhm.
Can I set it with a harder to hack code?
You want to make it harder to lock, or you want to make
Well, I
it
want to
harder
make it so
un-
I can get in and out, but I want to make it harder for anyone else to be able to enter and unlock.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a computer use check for that. Then.
Come on, high roll. 16 flat.
Yeah, you set you program this door to open on your command and your command only. And if someone were to attempt to hack that, it would take a skilled person to do so.
All right, so the door's closed, and does anyone want to rig a trap to it? Just to be safe.
This should be fine.
Yeah,
All right, let's go.
This should be good.
Yeah, I think he did a good job from what I saw.
The two Trickens look at you guys. Not Trickens, I apologize. The two Chokar look at you guys and are like, "You sure we're gonna be safe down here? I've heard of things called the Knockers."
Darlings, don't worry about it. We have got this.
I reach
correct.
in my pack
Like-
and hit a headlight. Just turn a headlight on so I can see ahead of me since I'm sort of leading the way.
Perfect.
I just need a little bit of light.
So these air vents, it doesn't go forward or go forward where you can walk very far from the entranceway. But as you were walking through this, though, the one thing that is present is this flow of air, and it is blowing at you. It is not like forcing you to walk against the wind. It's just it's refreshing to know almost which way to go. But as Roizen, you're leading the way, you get to a dead end where the air shaft just goes up, and there is it's not hard to find. There is a ladder, not very safe looking, but it does go up. And if you do have low light vision as a species trait, you're unsure how far it goes up because your vision only allows you to see so far, and it's darkness beyond.
I very confidently walk up to the ladder and say, well, I'm going to go up first and let you guys know if there's any problems. But I'm pretty sure this is the way we need to go.
That sounds good. Make sure you tie a rope when you get up there too. Some of the less agile people might need it.
Do you have a rope?
You don't have a rope? Oh, come on.
I have explorer's gear, and I don't know exactly what that means.
Yeah, no, there should be rope in there.
All right, yeah, I'll get my rope out of my explorer's gear and just kind of look at Rolo.
Mari's going to
Start climbing the ladder.
look over to Krax as he climbs up, and he just says good luck, and I'm going to give you a 1d6 luck die.
Nice.
All right, so climbing the ladder and seeing what I get into.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Nat 20.
Nice. You climb and continue to climb, and it goes on. It's hard to keep track of how long, but you know it's been more than 10, 20 minutes. And as you keep climbing, it starts to get tiring. Captain Cracks, you seem pretty, like you can keep on going. Everybody else, you can roll an athletics check, though.
Come on, Rolo, I believe in you.
That's going to be a 10.
13 for Rolo.
Nat 20.
How much, Rolo?
13.
13, and you got a 10, you said? Mario?
Yeah.
That's not too bad. That's about what you needed, and you guys continue to climb together. The Chokar that you guys are escorting, they seem to start to get tired and seem to be getting winded, but you guys, at that moment though, you see a place that you can take a break, or it's almost like a level that you can start to traverse horizontally, and continue to navigate the air shaft. It continues upwards as well, though, so the choice is yours.
We need to stop and take a rest.
Yeah, Rolo's panting pretty hard. I need a break.
Okay, but after that, I say we continue up. I don't want to hang around these parts for too long.
I agree with you, but these two aren't going to make it if we don't.
We only need a couple minutes. Let us just take a little bit of a break.
No, I meant
course.
Rolo and Maru.
Oh, ha! Silly us.
You two are fabulous. Don't worry about it.
Maru's going to take a defensive position, just kind of keeping an eye out while we're all taking a rest.
I'm gonna look down this way and see if I can see anything. It's kind of low light, so I can only see a little bit. But
Don't go too far.
Yeah, seriously, stay close.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting right here. I'm just looking in that direction.
Don't you have a little service drone you were working on? I know I saw you use one the other night.
Yeah, I guess I could send them, but what kind of vision does the drone have? Can I see through it? Is that a thing?
Yes, you can see through it.
Okay. And does it have like low light vision? Like how far can it see?
It does not. I don't believe it has low light vision.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me look.
But you, as a Tricken, though, have low light vision, so you could see through the drone's camera.
All right. Yeah, I'm
Do
gonna
that way.
I'm gonna send my drone out a little ways. My drone is about the size of, we'll say, grapefruit, and so it's gonna fly its little self down there just a little ways, just to take a peek.
I don't think
Alright.
you should do that. I think you should keep your stuff close.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I respect your decision, but I'm going to do this anyway, and I'm going to send it down there. Just like 20 feet.
All right. Send it down the way.
20 feet.
Yep. Roll a perception check.
Uh, 15.
15. The vent seems empty. You can't see anything. But as you send it down and it gets to as far as you want it to go, you start to hear something.
Alright, we should probably get going, I think. I hear something. I'm bringing my drone back.
Did you hear it? It was knocking.
Yeah, yep, they're the knockers. Yep, we should go. It's, yeah.
Everybody start
Come on,
moving
guys.
up now. No choice, darlings. Up, let's go.
Yep. We're going. And the other Chokar, follow you. Sorry,
All
I'm
right.
trying to do two things at once here.
Same order up the ladder is my guess, unless someone wants to change, though.
No.
Nope.
No.
That's fine.
All right, up the ladder we go.
Another athletics check from everybody.
This is where I burned out all the good rolls on my dice. You watch, here it comes.
9 for Rolo.
6 flat for cracks.
13.
I'm gonna burn one of my luck die
Oh!
on myself.
I forgot, I got a luck dice still, don't I?
Yes.
And I can just add that to my 6 whenever I roll on a d6.
Yes.
9.
That puts me up to 10.
Nice. So 9, 10. Rosen, what'd you get again?
13.
13. And Rolo?
9.
9. This section seems to be a lot tougher for most of you. Even the Chokar you're escorting didn't seem to get enough of a rest, and they're right with you, struggling this section as you climb up the air vent. This section, as you get higher, though, it does stop at the top, and you have to continue either east or west in a long hallway, left or right, and the choice is yours.
We always go left. Left is always the right way, I say.
Oh, yeah,
Is the
good
air-
adventurers always go left.
Is the air flowing in any specific direction that we can
Roll
feel?
perception check.
I got an 18 on mine.
I was asking Royson.
Oh, sorry.
Apologize. 16.
16. Because you asked. But you feel that the air is coming from both directions equally. Both seem very refreshing. It seems like you are in the air vents that push the air down to the bedrock.
How
Okay.
big?
User's choice.
How big is this ladder area that we're climbing up? Like, what's the diameter of it?
Like the air shaft itself is it's probably a good 4 meters in not diameter, but in diameter. 4 meters in diameter, not circumference, and it's a large shaft. It can fit a pretty large creature if it needed to, or a large machine if it needed to, down this shaft to make any repairs or stuff like that. But the ladder itself only fits a medium-sized humanoid. It would be very hard for anything larger than a Grax to climb up this ladder.
All right, guys, decision time.
As I'm climbing up after we get up to this shaft here, right where the ladder is, I'm gonna attach a little device and I'm gonna make it appear with a virtual image that like all the ladder rungs are just gone. It's just a flat wall for like the top like 2 meters. So that way, if anybody was coming up, it looks like it ends for about 6 feet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, I get it.
All right, just make sure.
But what if people need to use this? Then they don't think that they can use it.
Well, it only lasts 10 minutes. So.
Oh, okay. Great.
So which direction do we think the pods are?
Left.
Left.
So everybody's just going, I'm assuming that must be, well, actually, I don't know. Is left, east, or west?
It would be the west.
I guess we're all going west then. We're going for a party vote. All right, everybody, this is definitely the way. Let's go. I say with my bravado confident.
Awesome. You guys continue on. Everybody can roll a perception check as you move through this hall of an air shaft.
Well, I got 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
Nice.
He ain't seeing nothing.
Captain Cracks is blind down here.
And I have
14.
light vision too.
14 for Royson.
Oh, thank
20
God
for
someone
Rolo.
up front saw something.
20 for Rolo. Maru?
Yeah, I said I got a 9.
A 9, okay. Rolo, as you are walking with your group, from behind you, you still hear that sound, that knocking sound.
Hey guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news and all, but that's a knocking sound. I still hear it. Sounds like it's might be following us at this point.
Let's
Just
pick up the
keep
pace a little
going.
bit.
Pretend you don't hear it.
Should we pick it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Hey Maru, make sure you're watching our back nice and good there.
As you guys continue on this air shaft, you come into a spot where the air shaft opens up and into a more mechanical room where there are different air shafts leading all to this room. And above you, there is a giant fan forcing the air down through all these pipes, so pushing away from you. You can see this fan is spinning at a very, very fast rate.
Can I get any signal on my hand terminal yet?
You can
Or just
roll
still got like a
computer.
localized map?
You just have the localized map down here. You can look at it and you see that being in these air shafts, it's hard to connect to anything that the limit might have as a network or giving off any kind of signal. So it's even difficult to connect to anything like that. You go to... Continue.
Do we have any, is there any doors or anything in this mechanical room?
There's
It
many
would
different...
seem it would seem if this is where there's a lot of mechanicals in, that they would probably make some kind of an easier access to this, and that's what I'm trying to look to see if we can find.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check. It's dark, so...
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Glancing around, using the light from Royzen's headlamps, the shadows aren't doing too many dances, and you do see one exit that looks like It might be like a maintenance hatch or a maintenance shaft of some sort. But it's across the room.
Guys, I think there's a maintenance hatch over there we could easily get out of here. What say you?
Oh, I say
let's go.
Let's make haste. Knocking hasn't stopped.
Yeah, it's actually, as you say that, the knocking isn't behind you anymore. You're actually, it's there, but it's echoey, and you're not sure if it's in front of you or behind you anymore.
All right, guys, let's go. So I'm going to start moving for that maintenance hatch door.
Perfect. And as you move across this room, you hear the knocking get louder and louder. And you hear it, and then you see it, and it's the shaft that is closest to the maintenance hatch. A large, scaly, almost a giant type of insect crawls out of this shaft, and it is large. It is about twice the size of Roizen, filling this 4-meter wide shaft, filling up its whole circumference, and it doesn't seem to see you yet, but it is definitely smelling something and feeling for something in anticipation.
How far away is this?
I will show you. Give me 1 second.
Well, I'm going to say this quietly in comms. Yeah, we should probably take care of that. I mean, I'm sure it's probably going to get somebody if we don't, and then we'd be responsible, and I don't like being responsible for anybody but myself, so let's...
We ain't responsible for shit, but I agree with taking it out.
Maru pulls the charging handle on his rifle and sighs.
I have a plan.
Out.
How about we toss a flash grenade in there first and get it, since it doesn't seem to see us yet, and then we'll just attack it and beat it up.
Or
That's if it
it's
has
not going to be
eyes.
affected by it.
Well, it might not have eyes, but
It's capable of living in the
right.
dark. I think it's knocking, smelling for echolocation.
Okay. Well, ladies, you two need to get safe. And I guess let's get rid of this thing.
So I pull my pulse plate out because someone's got to harry this thing, and well, looks like it's probably me.
All right, guys. So, do you guys see that?
yes.
See that?
Perfect. You guys can choose which shape you want to be. The 2 circles are your chokar that you are escorting. I'm assuming I'm going to give the triangle to Captain Crack, since he's the one who was
I agree with that.
moving.
I mean,
towards-
it makes sense. Rolo's the circle, right?
Rolo's circle.
I agree with that.
Maru will be the square in the back.
Perfect. And Roizen, you are the diamond.
Roizen can be the square in the front.
So, and this large insectoid creature coming out of the shaft of this red cross. It is has 8 multi-segmented legs with 2 different body mass parts. One a large swollen abdomen, and then the front is a multi-eyed head with large pincers, double pincers actually, one on top of each other, and it senses you guys and it screams this weird cry and its legs knock on the floor, headed towards you. Everybody can roll initiative.
You hear me yell, Rolo, make sure you record this thing.
Record it.
Maru rolled in 9 for initiative.
Where the heck is my initiative stat? What do we add to initiative?
It's just your dex
Oh,
modifier.
there it is. I rolled a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Rolo has a 1, but it's not natural.
What's it total then? Oh, is it just 1?
Yeah, it's just 1. It was technically a 2 roll, but I have a -1.
Roizen?
15.
15.
I was waiting for you to do your thing.
All right. For guys who don't know combat for rockets and robots, it works on a 3-beat system where each person has 3 beats. Most actions require 2 beats. In your document, in chapter 8, there is a list of this typical types of beats that you can perform. The most common thing that you're going to do is move. That takes 1 beat. When you use movement, 1 beat is your total move. So you, in theory, can move 3 times for a really long, distance. To attack usually requires 2 beats, so you can, in turn, on your turn, move once and attack. Inter-team communication is recommended and not told not to do. So definitely in the heat of battle, you can suggest where your teammates can go and what they can do, or say, hey, I'm about to do this, so prepare for this, and stuff like that. I realize this doesn't have a grid, so I will do my best to estimate the distances. But I will tell you that this room is probably about 30 meters across and 40 meters across, 20 meters up and down, just so you guys can get a sense of range. So the top of the round is the knocker. It is going to move to this spot. It can't get into melee range with you, Cracks, but you see it go to spit this white substance in your direction.
Oh, great. It's been outrun.
Will a 11 hit you?
No.
It misses, goes wide, and right behind you, you can see this thick goop of sticky substance hits the ground right behind you. And as it hits the ground, it looks sticky, but immediately dries and hardens on the floor. It is Roizen's turn. Tell me where you'd like to move. You are the diamond, and what you'd like to do.
I'm going to move forward. I assume in between, but like.
So we'll make it easy. So this is going to be west, east, south, north.
So I'm going to move west and then towards the knocker.
So about there.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do use my shotgun.
Perfect. What's the range on that shotgun?
Nice. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay, so then I roll for damage.
Mm-hmm.
3. I want to aim for its legs.
You're aiming for its legs? Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. And so you hit with a natural 20. So actually, if you did you roll natural 20 or was it just a 20 total?
I got a natural 20 and then
Okay.
a 5. Yeah.
Oh, so with the natural 20, you're going to take the maximum amount of damage that gun will do, and then roll the damage die and add the total together. So that shotgun does what? 1d8?
1d8 plus 2.
So you're going to add 10 to a 1d8 for a natural 20.
Okay, so it would be 11.
You rolled a 1 on the die?
Yeah.
Okay, 11. So yeah, you see Roisin run over next to Captain Cracks, pull her shotgun from her back, and boom, it roars loudly, hitting the knocker in multiple legs. You can see the shotgun debris damage multiple parts of those legs, and you can see it now is bleeding from all those things, and it looks in rough shape already. We'll go to the next person, which are the Chokar dancers. These 2 Chokar dancers, they're just going to move past these shaft entrances and cower in this little area, not wanting to move far from your protection. Rolo, you are up. Oh no, not Rolo. I'm sorry. Cracks, you're up. Looking at the wrong list.
About how far away is this thing now?
From you, it is about 10 to 12 meters.
Would 10 meters put me in melee range?
No, you would have to be within 2 meters of it.
Would that within 2, not at 2?
Yeah, you would have to be like right next to it to be within melee range.
So, I guess my question is, do I know whether or not I can get in melee range on this move with one move action or with one beat?
What's your movement?
10 meters.
10 meters. Yes, you could get within melee of this creature.
Okay, I'm going to go up in melee with my pulse blade.
Yep.
And that is going to be. So I'm going to run in and 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
Okay, and that is where am I? 10 damage.
10 damage. Wow, that was a strong roll. You slice up through its thorax, and it gushes a green, bloody substance all through the floor, and it collapses and stops moving. But the knocking sound doesn't stop, and then another of those creatures comes charging from this direction. Maru, you're up.
You hear me shout, we did it once, we can do it again.
Yes, you can. You're up, Maru.
Shoot, Mike was muted. If I can move west about 5 meters.
Perfect.
And then am I within 50 of the creature?
Oh, yes.
Okay. then I would like to shoot it with my pulse rifle.
Do it.
That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And let me see here. That's a 1d3, so 3.
3. Your pulse rifle is a 1d3? Or your...
Oh, sorry, 1d6. It was a 5.
Cool. Awesome. 5 points of damage to this large bug spider creature. Maru moves to the side and pulls out the rifle, takes aim, boom, shoots across this mechanical chamber and shoots it in the abdomen, leaving a gaping wound, dripping out green liquid. Rolo, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move to the left by Roizen. I move 10 meters. And then I'm gonna yell, "Go, Momo!" And my drone is gonna fire on the creature there.
Cool.
With a little laser, it'll be a little red beam. I'm gonna aim right for its head.
Perfect.
I don't hit it. I rolled a nat 2.
Okay. The beam, the small little pulse, the small little pistol shoots from the drone and goes wide, ricocheting in multiple off the metal walls and up into the fan, being turned into scrap as that fan moves quickly. The air still blowing through this chamber. It is now the monster, the knocker's turn. The knocker moves right to there, and seeing as it didn't like seeing its friend blown to pieces, it shoots its webbing goo at you, Roizen. Ooh, well, a 16 hit you.
Yes.
All right. Well, you're going to take 6 points of damage. And you are now grappled in that spot, stuck in this now hard substance. Just your feet, so you just can't move. You can still act with your hands and talk. It's just that your legs
Lovely.
and lower. That was the creature's turn, the knocker's turn. Royson, it is now your turn.
I want to take my baton and attempt to break free my legs.
Perfect idea. Go ahead. You're giving it an attack roll.
$14.
That is plenty to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Six
damage. That is actually just what you needed. The shell, the webbing encasing that hardened quickly, shatters as you hit it with the baton, and you are ungrappled and free to move.
Hey. I'm gonna move sort of like forward in front of Rolo, between Rolo and the knocker.
Ooh. So like there?
Yep.
Perfect. It is now the Chokar's turn. They're gonna move to this spot and cower in fear some more there. It is Captain Crax's turn.
I'm gonna run up and hit it with my blade again. Or hit this one with my blade the first time, I guess.
Awesome. You are an agent, right?
Yes.
Your
now I have...
lethal damage now can come into play.
And that is 1d6, correct?
At this level, yes.
Okay, does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. $15 damage.
15 damage. Wow. Captain Cracks, seeing the creature distracted by his friend and comrade, Roizen, he takes this opportunity and sinks his pulse blade deep into this creature's thorax, pulling it out and leaving a humongous wound, pulling multiple goos and organs, leaving this creature on a thread of life. Maru, it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, Maru's going to stay right where he is. He's just going to take another shot with his rifle.
Boom.
That's only going to be a 14.
That is its AC, and you just hit it.
Woo. 1.
That's all the damage you needed. And the bullet goes through its face, putting this creature out of its misery and leaving you alone in this chamber, safe from any of those knockers. Only being able to hear the sound of the air being forced through this chamber and the breaths that you are all taking.
Rollo, please tell me you recorded that.
Yeah, I did. Baby.
And we'll leave this crew stranded in the air shafts, struggling to protect these two new dancers for the Frisky Whiskers. And we will...
I don't think struggling is the right word, but yeah.
Well, we'll see if they can get themselves out of this maze of an air shaft next time.
Rollo wants to harvest some of the stuff. He wants to try and cook it.
You want to try and cook the knocker?
Yes, I do.
Well, we'll see how tasty the knocker is next time we come back.
In today's episode, Captain Cracks and Rollo met Papa from Papa's Bits and Bolts and found themselves a droid to do the domestic chores around the domicile. Not an Oomba 3.0, but hey, an explorer can dream. After our crew finally made their way to the Frisky Whiskers, Crosta, although a little salty for making him wait, gave them all a task to accomplish. Go down to the Bedrock and escort 2 new dancers, Scarlet Whiskers and Sparkle Longtail, back up to the club. Then, Crosta's right-hand sim filled the crew in on the various groups who inhabit and rotate control over the Bedrock, as well as how to gain their favor and access their territory. After the explorers made it down to the Bedrock, they contemplated how to fulfill the blood offering, which was requested, and then came to realize one very special piece of culture about the land. While Captain Cracks thought to sacrifice a beggar for the cause, he quickly realized there were no such persons around the limit. It is said that no one goes without. Captain Cracks noticed everyone has a place, everyone has food, and everyone has a home. Yes, some people did appear more well-off than others, with some being down on their luck. Yet it appears like people are generally taken care of if they desire it. Once the explorers all paid the blood toll, the crew was immediately granted access to the Bedrock. Next, we hear a richly developed description of the underbelly of the space station as our explorers search and find Scarlet and Sparkle. On their way back up, the atmosphere and the environment was looking less and less friendly, and so they all decided to sneak up the air shafts and attempt to make their way out and back up without a fight. Our crew made their way up a maintenance shaft and then a larger room, yet continued to hear a strange knocking. Although they attempted to pick up the pace and exit quickly, the knockers made themselves known and attacked the crew for our very first combat scenario. Next, our Galaxy Master Isaac describes the 3-beat system Rockets and Robots uses for those who are new to the game. With some very fortunate dice rolls, our crew blast and slash away the monstrous multi-leg and eyed creatures, dubbed knockers. And even more fortunately, we did get the whole interaction on camera, yet we don't know what Captain Cracks and Roller are going to do with the footage they captured. Next time we gather, we'll see how well the explorers navigate out of the air shaft maze and back up to the Frisky Whiskers. Visit our website, rocketsandrobotsrpg.com, for all links, including our Discord community, our NPC contests that we have through our mailing list, and all the juicy details of our universe. Rockets and Robots RPG is active on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. Find us on your social media. I would love to chat with you. Yes, enter our Discord community to receive first access to our podcast, as well as gain access to the entire Rockets and Robots universe. Inside our Discord, you can read all our playtest materials, including a one-shot adventure, and join our science fiction storytelling collective. Special thank you to our Galaxy Master Isaac and our playtesters Jake, Uriah, Dennis, myself Andromeda, as well as Rocket from Pixabay for this episode's music. Feel free to leave us a message or a comment about today's episode. We would love to hear your reflections. Where would you like our crew to explore next? What's your sci-fi?